Alright, so boys and girls, I don't know if you actually know this or not, but we are living in a ridiculously amazing time. And why do I say this? Because there's a thing out right now, you might have heard of it before, it's called cryptocurrency. And there's this particular cryptocurrency called Bitcoin. And if you've been following up with this, if you're already invested in Bitcoin, your life has already changed forever. And I mean literally forever. One Bitcoin has hit $22,000. So what does that mean? If you invest in Bitcoin, I don't know, even in January, one Bitcoin in January was worth $900. That's insane. It hasn't even been a year, and it has already more than doubled, more than tripled, more than tenfold. It's gone up 22 times what it was worth in less than a year. Nothing in the history of the world has given you that much of a return in 1 year. That's insane. So if you've been on Facebook, you've been on Instagram, you've been on Snapchat, YouTube, all that good stuff, and you've been seeing the term or the name Bitcoin coming up, I don't know why you're not doing your research. I really don't know. I'm not sure why you haven't looked into this thing and figured out, hey, why is this such a big deal to people? Why is everyone losing their mind over Bitcoin? Maybe you should be losing your mind too. If this is the first time you've ever heard about it, you're lucky. You're lucky right now, because when I first heard about it, Bitcoin was like what I said, like $900 per coin, and I didn't know what that really meant. I did a little bit of research a couple months later, and in a couple of months, it went from 900 to almost 4,000. I was like, shit, this is huge. Like that's triple. It's more than triple. It's 4 times the amount in literally a couple of months. And now, since that time, I've seen it go from 4,000 to 22,000. And only from now, it's only going up. It's only going up from this point on. So let's say this time next year, one coin might be worth $100,000, maybe even more than that. Like this particular thing, this currency is breaking records, like I said. So you're gonna want to get invested into it. You know what? If you don't get invested into it, eventually it's gonna get invested into you. So what does that mean? Eventually, all paper money, all things that we consider to be currency, the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, anything like that, it's gonna be a thing of the past. If you go on Amazon.com, they're gonna ask you to pay in Bitcoin. You're gonna have to transfer your Canadian dollars, your US dollars, wherever you're from, that money into Bitcoin. And that's how you're going to buy things. How do I know this? Amazon.com has already bought out every single web domain that has to do with cryptocurrency. So if there's Amazon.Bitcoin, Amazon.Litecoin, Amazon.Ethereum, Amazon.Ripple, Amazon.Dash, all these different coins. So eventually, they don't even want your paper money. They don't want your US dollars. They don't want your Canadian dollars, because these particular cryptocurrencies are all exploding. They're appreciating by the second. I was gonna say by the day. By the second, these things are appreciating. So if you're going to try and be buying things online, eventually you won't have a choice. But, oh, sorry, we don't want your paper money. We don't want your US dollars. We want Bitcoin. That's the wave of the future. It's happening right now. It's already been happening. It's been happening for years. But as I've said, it's been going on and on and on and going higher and higher by the day. So you definitely want to go and look into that. Why am I so passionate about this? No, I'm not a Bitcoin affiliate. No, I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's the fact that we're living in a crazy period in time and people are just going to let it pass them right by. And then once Bitcoin hits $1 million per coin, it's going to be impossible to get it. It's going to be impossible. Bitcoin, there's a limited amount, there's a limited supply. And eventually it's going to be an extremely high demand. There already is a high demand. It's going to be even higher demand. And that's what makes the price go up. The more people are buying it, the less there is for everybody else who's never even heard of it. So yeah, I want to start this particular vlog off with that little bit of information because, like I said, this is something that has never happened on the face of the earth ever. Ever. This has never happened before. So when things like that happen, more often than not, at least when I was younger, I was not able to capitalize on things happening like that. I was not able to capitalize on investing into the internet or into Facebook or into Apple or into video games. I wasn't able to invest into Nintendo or PlayStation or anything like that. Instagram, Snapchat, when they came out, I wasn't aware of being able to invest in something like that. But now that we're living in a day and age where that's possible for the average person, just make an account online and be like, hey, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. And then next thing you know, 4 years from now, or 5 years from now, 1% of a Bitcoin is worth $100,000. And all you did was spend, in this case, I guess right now it'd be $200. $200 is going to turn into $100,000. I guarantee you that. I want to watch it. I'm going to watch this back 4 years from now, because I'm going to put this on YouTube, because that's what I do. 4 years from now, and I'm going to be like, yep. Actually, you know what? If anything, I'm actually going to probably be wrong. If anything, 2% of a Bitcoin will be worth more than $100,000. The kid is excited. The kid just is excited. Holy, let's go. Anyways, I gotta get going to work. The kid, he just is about to be late. The most late for work. But we're heading there now. Let's go. And like I had said, literally on vlog day 1, which was literally 9 days ago, and I said 1 Bitcoin is worth $13,879. And that is only, that's right now. That's the current price. December 1st. Bitcoin is going off. Bitcoin was at $14,000, and I consider that to be a big deal. In less than a week, or sorry, in 9 days. In 9 days, Bitcoin has almost gone up $10,000 in 9 days. Before that, it took about 2 months for it to go $900 to $4,000. Now, in 9 days, it's gone up almost $10,000. So, you don't have to be any type of mathematician, scientist, rocket scientist, wizard, whatever you want to say to understand that that is exponential growth. So what's going to happen in the next week, in the next 2 weeks? We're going to see it jump up another 10,000, maybe 15,000. I'm projecting by New Year's we're going to see Bitcoin at 50,000 per coin by New Year's. And I understand that in the grand scheme of things, this doesn't really seem like a very Christmas spirited VLOGMAS type of thing to talk about. I understand that. But VLOGMAS is literally vlogs about my life during Christmas time. This is what's happening in my life. This is happening in your life as well, in Christmas time, right now. And so if anybody's like, hey, I don't know what I want for Christmas, or you don't know what to get someone for Christmas, get them Bitcoin. Just get them even 1% of a Bitcoin. If someone says, I want $100 for Christmas, or you say, I just want to get you money for Christmas. If anyone asks for money, if they give me money and that's all I want, say, you know what, I'll do you one better. I'll get you some Bitcoin. If they say you don't know what that is, you're like, you'll thank me later. I'll get you $100 worth of Bitcoin. That would be the greatest present you can get anybody right now. Hands down. Even if they have no idea what it is and they're like, this is completely useless. I wanted to buy a sweater. I wanted to buy shoes. I want to take somebody out for dinner. It's like, that doesn't matter. Trust me. If you have even $100 worth of Bitcoin, that's it. That is not even 1% of a Bitcoin right now. If you have that, and that appreciates over the course of, let's say, 2 years, you might have $5,000. You might have $5,000. I'm just saying. And you don't obviously not to spend $5,000. Like, goddamn, I don't know. I'm not even overly hype. I'm the perfectly right amount of hype. $22,000 a coin. Heads are turning. They're turning quickly now. My one friend Nino, who actually got my Bitcoin from in the first place, before he was selling it at face value, now that it's rising so much, he's like, if you want $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, it's gonna cost you $2,000. Because even he knows that it's worth more than $2,000. It's worth $10,000. $1,000 worth of Bitcoin should actually cost you $10,000, because in a year's time, it's gonna be worth more than $10,000. So no matter what, doesn't matter what price someone sells you Bitcoin at or wherever you buy it from, you will always be winning. You will always be winning. At least right now in 2017, this is the year of growth, hands down. Like I said, exponential growth is happening with this particular coin. I'm gonna hit the gym as well. I've been out of the gym for a while. I've been going still, but it's just been not that good. I'm not gonna lie, the gym sessions have not been that good. Mainly because of my wrist. Like, my wrist got messed up a couple months ago. I just started benching again like last week. So I've been out of benching, out of lifting heavy, any shoulder press, anything heavy at all for I think 3 months, 3.5 months. So before, like back in the football days and stuff like that, my bench was nasty. It just was nasty for my weight. I was benching over 330 and I weighed like 178. Now I'm barely putting up 225. I'm like, oh, pretty sad life you have right there. You can only bench 225 and whatever. I'm just saying, comparatively to what I was doing before, it sucks going backwards. I would have liked to, of course, stay in shape, keep my strength, keep flexibility, keep motivated. Because like when I had hurt my wrist, I had it like not in a cast, but like in bandages. I couldn't even, there was no point in going to the gym. I couldn't even like grab cables. Like even picking up a 5-pound weight was like, it was excruciating. So it's like, I'm not gonna just work out one side, just like one arm curls, one arm shoulder shrugs, one arm everything. It's like, no, I'm just gonna give myself a chance. And if I were to split that cut back open, holy, like, this is what it looks like now. It's right there. Like it's all healed up, but even underneath the tendons and shit, like right here, this particular cut, this one, the top one, is right over top of it, like my 2 index, middle, and thumb. So it was actually severed. At one point it was severed. My fingers still worked, but even moving them was, like I said, excruciating. I'd rather just keep my hand perfectly straight. I wasn't playing guitar, I wasn't doing anything. And it sucked, it really did. Like it was a work-related injury. It was nobody's fault. Nobody was like messing around. Everyone was being completely safe. Just shit happens, right? So thankfully I'm over that now. I can get back into the gym, continue on. And it's the thing is, like I said, I'm coming from behind at this point. I'm trying to work my way back up to where I was, and it's slow going, especially with doing YouTube, uploading daily, streaming, working on music. That's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. I'm not going to give you guys too much insight into that just yet, but there's some big things happening for me in the music world in the near future. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're going to have to just check out the next couple of vlogs, and as things get released to me, then maybe, as far as legal things, if I'm allowed to release them to you, then I will. If not, then we're going to have to wait till the final products of things are out, and then we can talk about it more. But just know that things are going to be turning around for the kid. That's all I can say. I just got into work, and this is what I see. This is what I see. McDonald's to accept Bitcoin by 2018. McDonald's. Do you have any idea what this means? The entire world is going to know what Bitcoin is very soon. Like, if I were you, I'd go, like, I wouldn't even watch the end of this video. I'd leave right now and go buy some Bitcoin, or at least start figuring it out. If your heart's not racing right now, I don't know what you're doing. I don't get how you don't care. I don't, like, holy. Eventually, like I said, McDonald's is accepting Bitcoin by 2018. Eventually, they're only going to accept Bitcoin. They're not going to want your paper money. Like I said before, they'll be like, I guess we'll take it, but we don't really want it. Or better yet, what they will do is they're going to jack up their prices of things unless you pay with Bitcoin. So if a burger is $5 regularly, now it's going to be $9. And if you want to get it for $5, you got to pay with Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised. That's going to encourage people to have to get this to then save money, and also it's going to give them what they want, which is more Bitcoin. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Be prepared. The future is amazing. It's going to be amazing. If you're prepared, it's amazing. Just getting home from the gym now. And the kid is tired, as usual. But I'm going to be doing what I think everybody else should be doing. And that's educating myself on Bitcoin further. Knowing everything that there is to know that I'm able to figure out, find out for myself, get the resources, ask the questions from people that are already doing it, that have already been doing it for longer than me, who have made a lot more money than I have. Because realistically, like I said, it's not going away. So, I don't know, if you made it this far into the video and you haven't already bought some Bitcoin, or at least Googled it and looked it up, like at least, then you should do that right now. I'm very happy that you made it this far, but realistically, you should just leave and get some Bitcoin right now. So that's what I'm gonna do right now too, and we're gonna see how this all pans out. What day is it today? Friday? Hell yeah, Friday. God damn, I was not prepared. Honestly, I didn't even know what day it was today. Been too caught up in the madness, but I'm interested to see what this looks like by next Friday. Like I said, my predictions are 50K per coin come January 1st. That's wishful thinking, I will not lie. But if that's what's happening, flip. All I can say is do your research, get ready for this. It's about to be, it already is hectic. It's about to be even more hectic. But if anything, get on a computer, get on your phone, do something, look this up, and literally get involved. That's all I can say. I'll see you next time. Let's go.